Alright, welcome again everybody. What I want to do with this one, something a little bit different, just to kind of put a little something out on the channel, is just a quick sort of vinyl job on the Lamborghini. And what I'm going to use sort of as a template for this is the car that Mario Andretti drove in the Daytona 500 in 1967. It's the only NASCAR race he ever drove, and he won it. He was obviously not driving a Lamborghini, he was driving a Ford, but because of his heritage, obviously being Italian, it seemed like one of the Lamborghinis was a cool one to use. So this is the one we'll go with. So let's go into it. So I'm sort of going to figure that you've never customized a vehicle. So, I mean, you can go into paints. Obviously, I haven't bought all of the paints. I need to find a good color because the car is originally a metallic blue, and that actually looks very good. Note that all the paints are free. Yeah, that'll look good. And actually, the red accents work very well because and I'm just sort of scanning around it, because the original car is, I think, yeah, I already have the right, because the original car is this good blue, and actually this is almost not even a compromise. With it being an older car, there's not a lot of fancy stuff on it like you see now. Let me actually do something else. So what I want to look up, I'm actually doing that really quick right now, is how big the engine is. I want to see if it lists the displacement in cubic inches, and it doesn't. But I can figure that out, because one of the things that many NASCARs tended to have would be right up here on the hood. They would have a listing of how many cubic inches the vehicle was. So I will actually start with that. And it needs to be red. It was red on the original car. It was actually red with a white outline, but I'm not going to do that. Mostly because for a lot of them you can't get it right. And the Lamborghini has a 317 cubic inch engine. Now, with the angle of the hood and everything, this will actually look very odd when you look at it from the front. You see it, that actually looks pretty good, all things considered. So now we come over here, and you will start up like this. You have to change the angle and the size a bit, 3. You know, I don't actually try to get these perfect. I just try to get them pretty close. Because if you really try to get it perfect, then you'll be here all day and you won't actually get anything done. So that's the hood. That's actually, looking at the car, that's actually all that is on the hood. And then right above the front tire, C, and a P. There's actually something written there. Competition performance. I'm not going to write out competition performance. I don't have enough. You actually don't have enough vinyl layers to do it. Alright, and the car is number 11. I am actually going to do more than what you see. So hang with me here. So there's number 11. So I clicked back on the letter up there because I want it to be the same size, and I'm going to spell right across the back. So on the original car it had Ford written in a style very similar to this. I'm not going to write out Lamborghini, so I will spell out that for the Sesto Elemento. Yes. Up. Alright, let's see. So that's 28 layers so far, but there is not much else to be done. What I do want to do, I want to use a basic shape here and come out. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And that actually works quite well because it basically only has, kicking my microphone here, it basically only has red on sort of the perimeters of the vehicle, and then down the middle it is okay. Alright, so that actually looks pretty good, keeping everything even. Then, now if you notice that I clicked up there at the top, that actually makes it so that the vinyl is the same color as the paint. Actually took me a while to figure that one out. And now we just go back up to the top. There's some more numbers. Don't want that. Very large. Always like the big numbers on top. And that's the number 11. So basically, that is the car. Let's see, how many do I have? 35. You do have some more. So, you know, if you want to make it look a little more, I guess, NASCAR-y, which I don't often do this, you can put the sponsors on here. I always like to mirror those because then they show up on both sides of the car. And, you know, you got to make sure you go all the way down. You know, you cover every piece of possible real estate on the car. We wouldn't want anybody to miss anything. You know, anybody that watches NASCAR, you know that's exactly how they do it. It's just all over the car. And let's see. Let's go to a flag. All right. Okay. So I think I know. I thought I knew what the flag of Italy looked like, but just to make sure, I did want to be certain of that. I'll put that one there. And oh dear, I better not do that. Some good patriotic individual would really want to call me out for putting the American flag below the Italian flag. Not to compare, but I think anybody that actually knows me would probably not accuse me of not being sort of patriotic towards America, not based on what I do for a living, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Okay, and let's see, where's a good place to put a nice little I don't want that mirrored. Yeah, go with the gold. A nice little eye. R. Got to make the R small. Got to make the R and the A small, or some Englishman will be angry at me. Do that on the other side. I've got a few left. I. Back to the eye because I want it the same size. All right. That is 49 vinyls. That's something fairly simple. Like I said, it's made to look like Mario Andretti's car from the Daytona 500. Maybe we can have a little bit of fun in it. And you know what? Since we're here, since it's done, let's actually take it out for a short drive somewhere. Got to slide all the way over. Let's see. What do we have here? I don't really want to do 2 laps of Cataluna. I definitely don't want to do 3 laps at Suzuka. Okay. 2 laps of Cataluna it is. And let's see how the paint job drives. Oh, that's a nice one. You know, it's actually quite fun to look at some of these paint jobs. Oh, yep, I know who that is. Ooh. What's that? Let's pause that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, since I did the vinyls, we'll stop and look at some of them. That's interesting. Geometric. Okay, cool. Oh, let's see what the hammer has. Yeah, a little bit going on. That's one of his various screen names, G Ham. It's one of the administrators, one of the other administrators of the Real Racing 3 wiki site. There's an Asterion, the blue one. Very good car. Let's see what we have here. Just do it. So what happens there, the way you see the letters backwards, is if you use the mirror feature, actually that might be the paint through feature, one of the two. If you use those for vinyls, then it comes through the other side and it looks backwards. Alright, so this is the Batman car. That actually looks... Zoom it in. I don't actually know what that is. That looks pretty cool. It's really it's really amazing what some people can do with these with vinyls. Now I know there are some people, not him. I know he doesn't do it. That's actually that Batman was complicated enough, but also simple enough that you can look at it and say, okay, you know what, he actually he did that. Some of the stuff you'll see is just plainly, and you don't see it very often, but it's just plainly people who, quite honestly, they hack the game, because that's what you have to do. You can download what's called a skin, and it basically alters the program of the game to change the paint job of your car. You run into those every now and then. I know that exists. I don't actually know how to do it. For me, having iPhone, I don't even know if I can. I don't think I can. So, all right, there we go. Took Mario Andretti to the winner's circle in Spain. I guess had I thought that through a little bit, I could have gone to Monza, done it in Italy. But hey, you know, whatever. Okay, so that was a quick, fun, well, hopefully it was fun, vinyl job on the Lamborghini. If you want to actually look up what Mario Andretti's car looked like, just type in, go to any search, Mario Andretti Daytona 500, and this will be the car that comes up. And yeah, if you want to see any more particular vinyl jobs, I'm not that great at it. I'm pretty good at recreating things like what I did here. For originality, though, I'm not all that great. Some people out there are. There's some pretty incredible things that they do with vinyls. So anyway, yeah, hey, thanks for watching. Leave your questions and comments, and I'll get back with you. Have a good one.